start prepping for a setup on tomorrow. I want to show you the balloons that I ordered. It's called Prolatex. I've never used these before, but they are from balloons.online. So we're going to try them out and see how they are. So this is black. I also have them in standard white. And I ordered this color, which is standard pink clay, because on my picture it looked like it was going to match the backdrop stand. But when I got the stand in and I blew up one of the balloons to see if it matched, it was off. So I had to scramble and go to a local balloon store and purchase a Gemar. And this is baby pink. And this actually matched the backdrop a lot better. So I'm going to show you one of each blown up so you can see the difference in the color. Okay, so this is the Prolatex, the pink clay. And this is the baby pink Gemar. And it's a big difference in color. And the reason why that matters is because of the backdrop. So here's the backdrop. And here are the two colors. And you see the difference? Let's look up here. See the difference in the pinks? This is a pink clay, and this is a baby pink. So we're gonna go with baby pink. So I have my handy dandy pink balloon pump. I've had this for 4 years now. Haven't bought another one. It has served me well. Good stuff, right off Amazon. I also have a hand pump. It's a dual hand pump. It pumps air with each depression, in and out. I have my balloon sizer. I'm going to be using the 4-inch size for the mini balloons, the 5-inch minis. I want them to be the same size. The rest of the balloons are going to be organic. And I'm probably not going to blow all of them up because I can't fit too many in the car. We'll have to do the rest on site, but I'll do as many as I can here. And I'm going to get prepared. This is one way to blow up the 5 inches. So these are the Prolatex balloons. This is standard white. Pretty easy to use. So far, it's not hard on the fingers. Your duplets, put them in the middle, twist them around, and I'll have a quad of my minis. Now, this is a slow way. I only use this if I have to blow up a few balloons. I'm going to use the beat pump. Take out the smaller adapters for the 5-inch balloons. Round them up a little bit. See how much faster? It's working. I'm doing about an 8-foot garland to go on my ring arch, or circle arch. It's gonna be color blocking. It's white, black, and pink. White, black, and pink, repeated 3 times. Each cluster for the color blocking is usually 12 over 12-inch balloons in different sizes, and then one 18-inch. In this case, for the Gemar, it would be a 19-inch. And Prolatex is 24-inch in Prolatex. The Gemar, the larger size is 19-inch. So it'll be 12 of the 12-inch in different sizes with one 24-inch attached. And again, my ring is 7.2 feet in diameter, so it's pretty big. So you want to use some bigger balloons to help fluff up your base garland quickly. I'm also going to have to add other balloons to those main clusters to help zhuzh up the base garland. You don't want it to look skimpy. The Gemar balloons, they are really easy on the fingers, very flexible. You see they're good quality. You can't see through them. They're not transparent, they're opaque and really stretchy. So this is really easy on the fingers. Once you have so many balloons to twist and blow up, you appreciate that. So I do have a defaulted one. They're really stuck together. So I probably won't be able to use these. Looks like they're fused together. So you will run into some of those issues. All the balloons you get are not perfect, and you will have some to pop. Even with the quality balloons. But I do like how flexible they are, how stretchy, really easy on the hands. Such a nice color. you see me mashing the balloon down, and that's to help make it rounded instead of that pear shape when you overinflate it. You want to have nice rounded balloons for your setup. Oblong or pear shape like this. So you mash it out. So if I have a cluster of 13 or so balloons, for my minis, I like to have at least 8 to 12, which is 3 of these to go on each color block section. And I will have extra just in case we have some openings that we need to conceal, and that's usually what the minis are for. They add depth and they also help close up some openings that, you know, you may not be able to hide. Now you really don't have to use a sizer for this. I'm just using it because I want them to be more uniform. For this part, it is going to be an organic garland, but I like for the minis to be the same size. You can eyeball it. You don't have to use a sizer. Once you get the size you want, you can eyeball it and make sure they're the same size if you want to. You definitely don't want this. You can also mash them down, shape them. Now we're back to the Prolatex. They are a lot stiffer than the Gemar. They're not as stretchy, but good quality. I noticed that these are a lot shorter. The 5 inches are a lot shorter for the Prolatex. That's probably why they're not as stretchy compared to the Gemar. Look at that. Can you see that difference in length? So that's probably why they're not as stretchy as the Gemar brand. Okay, another thing that I like to do when I'm preparing for a setup and blowing up my minis is I get my rubber bands and I go ahead and attach them to the center. So when I get ready to get to the setup and I add these to the clusters, I don't have to take that step. Another thing that I do as well, in case I need other rubber bands, is I keep them on my wrist. So I can just rip it off and do what I have to do. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and attach them to the clusters that I already glue up. So that's one less thing that I have to do at the setup to save time. I also wear a pouch, so I keep my supplies in there as well, so I don't have to keep going back to my case to find things. My scissors, glue dots, rubber bands, 260s, whatever I think I may need. So I like these Gemar balloon packages. They're really cute and colorful, like we aim for when we're doing our balloon setups. They also have a zip pouch, so just pull it out, and all I have to do is just zip it back for the ones that I use, so I don't have to worry about finding an extra place to store it. So that's really good. The Prolatex is not like that. Once you open it, you can't seal it back, so it's not an issue. You just have to be aware that it's not sealed when it's open. So, next, that was my 5-inch balloons. I keep them in a smaller plastic bag, separate from the other sizes. And I think what I'll do now is I'll blow up the actual clusters so you can see what I was saying about the quantity that you put in each cluster. So I have the 12-inch from Gemar. And the 19-inch. That one didn't open good. So, for the 12-inch, comes 50 to a bag. So I'm going to do, first let's take a little small attachment for the 5-inch balloons. Put that back. Alright, first I'm going to do two 12 inches together. This is what we don't want. And make them circular. This is what we do want. They can be any size. They don't have to be equal in size. One can be smaller, one can be bigger. They can be the same size. It's organic, so you don't have to size these. And that's your first duplicate. Oh, look at this. I don't know if you can really see coloration. Also, you can see the nipple. This is a Gemar. I don't really like that. I didn't notice it on the Prolatex, on the black ones, the 5 inches. I'm gonna try the other sizes a little later and see if I see that. I don't really like seeing that nipple, but sometimes there's no avoiding it. So next I'm gonna do a 19-inch and a 12-inch. So you want your 19-inch to be on the nozzle where the air comes out first when you mash, and the smaller one on the other side. See? Different sizes. Not a problem, is what we want. That's organic. still have to round it out. There we go. So that's the second dupe. So then we take the first dupe and the second dupe and twist them together in the center. That's your first quad. One big one and 3 smaller. So now I'm going to go for 4 12-inch balloons to finish this cluster, or to add to this cluster. Actually, we're going to do 6 more. 6 dupes that we're going to add in. Again, any size, just round them by mashing. And just want to take the dupe and add it to the quad. Just find the center and make sure you get to the center and twist it around. And you want it so that cannot see through the cluster. Again, find the center, take the second dupe, the next dupe, twist that in. Getting some size here. Now, what I can do is add another 19-inch just to give it some more depth. Or I can, with another 19-inch and a 12-inch, to give it some more depth, that bigger balloon. I think I'm gonna try that. Yeah, you want to put the bigger size on the nozzle where the air comes out, because you're going to have to keep blowing that one. To this cluster. If you find that it's hard to feed it into the center, you can do the necktie method, which is to grab the neck of the balloon from each cluster. Grab a neck. Tie it in. Now, so I have a nice big balloon, 2 big balloons. Kind of fill this cluster out, and here we have one cluster. It's about 2 feet tall. So a cluster is about 2 feet, depending on how many you put in there. You do not have to have 12 in there. You do not have to have 12 in your cluster. You can have 8 per cluster, but you want a nice full garland. 12 is a good number to start with. So I'm gonna stop here and we'll pick up later.